Okay, this lecture is about ozone problem. How environmental pollution is occurred due to the ozone. Okay, so in the ground level, ozone is a problem. In the ground level, ozone is a air pollutant. Air pollutant, it is a greenhouse gas, and it form photochemical smoke. Then it is carcinogenic. Likewise, it cause many problems. But in the uh, upper atmosphere, the ozone is a valuable gas. It protects the earth from harmful ultraviolet radiation B, ultraviolet B radiations. So this is about the ozone problem. So ozone problem can be divided into two ways: ground level ozone formation and stratospheric ozone layer depletion. So before we learn about the ozone problem, let's see Earth atmosphere. So Earth atmosphere consists of many gases, and around 78% of the atmospheric gas is nitrogen. Then 21% is oxygen. Then argon, neon, carbon dioxide, the water vapor is available in the atmosphere. So, what can you see here? So, this is the atmosphere. The atmosphere consists of several layers. There are several gaseous layers in the atmosphere. So, the atmosphere of Earth is layer of gases, commonly known as air, retained by the Earth gravity. In general, air pressure and density decreases with altitude in the atmosphere. Earth atmosphere can be divided into five main layers, excluding the exosphere. So they are thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, and troposphere. Okay. So excluding the exosphere, so they are uh, atmosphere has four primary layers, which are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and the thermosphere. From highest to lowest, the five main layers are exosphere, thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, and troposphere. So that the air layer that we live is the troposphere. That ozone gas layer is available in the stratosphere. The the exosphere is the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere. The stratosphere is the second lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere. Stratosphere is the second most layer of the Earth atmosphere. It contains the ozone layer, which is the part of Earth atmosphere that contains relatively high concentration of that gas. The stratosphere defines a layer in which temperature rise with increasing altitude. The uh, the temperature rise with increasing altitude. But you know that temperature drops when the altitude is increasing. But it is not happening in the stratosphere because of the presence of ozone. The ultraviolet rays B are absorbed by the ozone molecule. Therefore, the heat is retained in that stratospheric layer. This rise in temperature is caused by the absorption of ultraviolet radiation from the sun by the ozone layer. The stratosphere is the highest layer than that can be accessed by jet powered aircraft. That means the aeroplanes are going through the stratosphere. The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. Ozone layer. So ozone is a triatomic form of oxygen. All of you know O3 is the formula of ozone. The ozone layer situated in the stratosphere about 15 to 30 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Okay. The ozone protects living organisms by absorbing harmful ultraviolet radiation B from the sun. The ozone layer is being disrupted by the man-made compounds such as chlorofluorocarbon and other substances, other halons, bromine compound like that. Ozone depletion progressing globally except in the tropical zone. Okay, ozone layer or ozone shield is a region of Earth's stratosphere that absorbs most of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. So here you can see in the uh, stratosphere there are oxygen molecules also. So these oxygen molecules absorb sun's ultraviolet radiation and broken into two atoms. Then this one of atom is again react with the oxygen molecule and form ozone. So these reactions are available in equilibrium. Because of that, the ozone layer comprises of oxygen atoms, oxygen molecules, and ozone molecules. The ozone layer contains less than 10 pm of ozone, while the average zone concentration in Earth's atmosphere as a whole is about zero point 0.3 ppm. So, in our ozone concentration in the atmosphere is zero point 0.3 ppm, but in ozone layer it is 10 ppm. The ozone layer is mainly found in the lower portion of the stratosphere from approximately 15 to 30 kilometers of the uh, kilometers above Earth, although its thickness varies seasonally and geographically. The ozone layer absorbs 97 to 99% of sun's medium frequency ultraviolet rays B, that mean 200 nanometers to 315 nanometer wavelength, which otherwise would potentially damage exposed life forms near the surface. That means if these gases are not available, if these ozone molecules are not available, the UVB radiation will come incident on the Earth's surface. Then what happen? The humans and um the humans and the other life forms are uh, can be damaged totally. So now you may familiar with the ozone in the Earth atmosphere is created by ultraviolet rays incident on ordinary oxygen molecules containing two oxygen atoms, splitting them into individual oxygen atoms. Atomic oxygen, then atomic oxygen combine with unbroken oxygen to create ozone molecule. So the ozone molecules is unstable in the stratosphere. It is long lived. Then when ultraviolet rays hits the ozone, it splits into molecule of oxygen and oxygen atom. So what happened in 1985? Using satellites, balloons, and surface station, a team of researchers had discovered a balding patch of ozone in the upper stratosphere, the size of the United States over Antarctica. The size, there was a balding patch of ozone in the stratosphere, the size of the United States. Then the total ozone mapping spectrometer is used to measure the ozone concentration used by the NASA. It is a satellite-borne instrument, so we cannot maintain them in our laboratories. So it was launched in 1996, makes 35 measurements every 8 seconds. The level of ozone are measured in Dobson units, where 10 Dobson unit is equivalent to a 1 millimeter thick layer of pure ozone. Okay, so this graph shows the global average total ozone values in the stratosphere from 1979 to year 2005. So when you look at that, we can understand that the global average total concentration value was reduced from 290 Dobson unit to 270. Anyway, it is reduced slightly. So, according to our level knowledge, all of you know what happened to the ozone layer by man-made chemicals like chlorofluorocarbon. So the chlorine and bromine in the stratosphere are responsible for the depletion of the ozone molecules. Because of that, the ozone molecules are reduced. The number of molecules are reduced. Then the thickness of the ozone gas molecule layer is reduced. So CFC11 chlorofluoromethane and CFC12 dichlorofluoromethane are the most widely used uh, coolants for refrigerators and air conditioners. So those are responsible for the ozone layer depletion. So, CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, it is commonly named as Freon. It is a DuPont chemical. That DuPont is the organization, like in Sri Lanka, the Unilever, in India, Unilever. Likewise, the DuPont is the popular organization in USA. Okay, so CFC11 and CFC12 are the most widely used as coolant for refrigerators and consumers. So luckily, so now they are banned to generate, to consume, produced or distributes. So luckily now they are not available after the ratifying of Montreal Protocol. So CFC11, CFC12 also used as propellant in aerosol cans, industrial cleaner, hospital sterilant, fumigant, and to create bubbles in polystyrene plastic form used for insulation and packaging. So those are the industrial uses. Then halons are also used. Bromine containing compound used in fire extinguishers are responsible for the ozone layer depletion. Then carbon tetrachloride, it is an industrial solvent. Methyl chloroform, it is also industrial solvent used for spray adhesive dry cleaning purposes. So those are responsible for the uh, ozone layer depletion. So, so when you refer the internet or some literature, you can find the CFC, CFC11, CFT12. Likewise, there are many brand names. So let's see how to find the chemical formula of the CFC11. So it is 11. Now there's a rule of thumb. We have to add this 11 to 90. So then it will get 101. So then this the first element in 101 refers the carbon atom, number of carbon atom. The second element refers the number of hydrogen atom. The third element refers the number of fluorine atom. So for the CFC11 it is there are one carbon atom, there are no hydrogen atom, there are one fluorine atom. The rest is chlorine. The rest of the atoms are chlorine. Then here, so there are one carbon, there are no hydrogen, there are one fluorine, and the rest is chlorine. So the chemical formula is the CCl3F. So likewise, if you want, you can find the CFC12, CFC12 chemical formula also. So this is CFC11. So here you can see this is CFC11. So what happened when ultraviolet B rays in the stratosphere hit the CFC11? What happened? The one chlorine will release from the molecule, and this chlorine will react with ozone molecule and produce ClO and oxygen. Then ozone, all of you know, again it can be divided into O2 and oxygen. Then this O will again react with ClO and produce Cl plus O2. Then again this chlorine atom will react with ozone molecules. Likewise, the number of ozone molecules available in the stratosphere will be reduced by reaction of chlorine atom. So, so we know now that CFC are the main responsible for the ozone layer depletion. Then they are man-made, non-toxic, and inert. Uh, so these CFC and these other ozone layer depleting compounds are man-made. Most of them are man-made, and they are non-toxic and inert in the troposphere. They are non-toxic and inert. Okay? In the stratosphere, uh, f- they are photolyzed, releasing active chlorine atoms that catalytically destroy ozone. Okay? So, if it's the chlorofluorocarbons in the ground level, it is very inert and non-toxic one. But it enters into the stratosphere. What happened? It destroy the ozone molecules, creating holes to the enter the ultraviolet B rays to the atmosphere, to the Earth's surface. So now we see what are the effects of adverse effects of coming ultraviolet rays into the Earth's surface. So it can damage DNA, the maximum effect on small and single cell organism. Then uh, impaired growth of cells and photosynthesis, it yields the poor crop. Then phytoplankton, that very tiny plants in our aquatic systems, it reduces uptake of oxygen, CO2, mortality, then impaired reproductive capacity. So because of that, what happened, the first, the primary producer in the food chain are destroyed, then the first consumer cannot find the food. So those tiny fish cannot find the plants to eat. Because of that, the eco balance is lost. Then nitrogen fixing soil bacteria, they are reduced and they are damaged due to the incident of ultraviolet B rays on the earth's surface. Then human health effects can cause skin cancer, eye damage, and immune system damaged. So this is just to remember you what happened when those phytoplanktons are destroyed. So so this is the food web. Those, the primary producers, when primary producers, so these planktons are destroyed due to the UAB rays, then the whole food chains in depend on the primary producer. Then these small fish, small creatures cannot find the food when those plants are destroyed. Then because of that, these small creatures will be died. Then after that, the large creatures cannot find food. Likewise, the eco balance is lost. So here the ultraviolet rays affect to the molecular of our bodies. Then it destroy the gene activity, photosynthesis of plants, then metabolism. So likewise, the whole plant growth will be reduced. Then when we talk about the effect on human health, uh, increase of risk of non-melanoma and malignant skin cancers. Skin cancers can be causes. Okay, then it suppress immune system, accelerate aging of skin due to high exposure. So here you can see aging of skin. Ralivatila cause an outbreak of rash in fair skin people due to photo allergy. Some people it can be severe. Then cataracts are caused, cancers can be caused. So my dear students, you do not need to remember all these things, but just you remember skin cancers can cause, eye cancers can cause, cataract can cause. Likewise, not need to remember these medical terms for your exam, but just you should know what happen if the UVB rays are exposed to the earth's surface. Then let's see how we stop the ozone layer depletion. So before that, we have to find a substitute for CFC. So it is now available. The CFC production is phased out. So many uh, uh, ozone layer depleting substances are uh, phased out now. According to the Montreal Protocol, the production, uh, distribution, consumption, and generations are banned. It is stopped after year 2005. Then many type of chemicals are being developed. So HCFC22 is a one example, one substitute for chlorofluorocarbon. So now you know the rule of thumb. You can find the chemical formula. That means you have to add 22 to 90. So when you add 22 to 90, it is 112. Then 1 represent carbon atom, H represent hydrogen atom, F represent fluorine atoms. So there are one carbon, one hydrogen, two fluorine, and one chlorine. So chemical formula is CHF2Cl. Okay. So maybe still sometimes they can cause ozone depletion, but not to the level of chlorofluorocarbon. Then you may know the ammonia also can be used as a uh, coolant in refrigeration and air conditioning system. Then as a controlling method of causing skin cancers and other adverse health effects, we can protect our skin by wearing cover up, use lip balm with sun protection SPF value, then protects using skin creams likewise. Then we can use sunglasses, wrap around, eyes protection, hats to avoid them. Then Montreal Protocol. So Montreal Protocol is an international agreement or international treaty which was designed to protect the ozone layer by phasing out or by banning or removing the production, stopping the production of numerous substances that are responsible for ozone layer depletion. So it was adopted in 1987. Panel of experts was formed to investigate the substances responsible for the whole formation. So, according to the Montreal Protocol, established the policies that prevent future use of certain types of chemicals. Then it stipulated that the production and consumption of compounds contributing toward depletion of ozone in the stratosphere were to be spaced out by year 2000. And for the methyl chloroform, the by 2005, uh, it was phased out. So there are now signs of recovery. There have been some signs of recovery. In 1997, satellites showed a decline of several non-ozone depleting gases, because after the implementation of Montreal Protocol, the some gases are phased out. Because of that, the gases released into the atmosphere is slow down. Then these satellite images showed a decline of several non-ozone depleting gases. Images shows slowing down of ozone loss. However, the recovery is very low. So now here you can see the satellite images from 1995 to 2004. So these purple colors shows the less concentration of ozone, 100 Dobson unit. The red color shows the 400 Dobson unit. That red color shows the ozone concentration is high. So here the purple color is high. The purple color area is very large in 1995. So now here we can see from 1995 to 1990s, purple color area is increased. And even in 2000, the purple color area is increased. The blue color is increased. But when it comes to year 2002, the ozone concentration has increased around to 3000 option you need. So here now there are no purple or blue color. Okay, then our next uh, problem is ground level ozone formation.